Hello guys, it's Tanya or Hikaru, whichever you want to call me. Welcome back to my channel, and today I want to tell you a story about how I bought a house at 21. Do you really think I bought a house when I was 21? Okay. And what about this house where I'm living in now? Whose house is it? Today I would like to talk about houses, and recently I have been watching some YouTube videos titled Buying a House at 21, Buying a House at 22, Buying a House at 19. And you know what? I was like, man, that sounds cool. Let me go check it out. Let's see how other cool people do it. So I clicked on about 20 videos, and guess what? 19 of them out of 20 were credit type of videos. I mean, those 19, 20, 21-year-olds, they just got a mortgage, they just got a credit, and that's how they bought the house. Long story short, really, come on. And of course, in every video there were tips like, work hard, you have to work every day, work your ass off to get a house. And you know what, I've been working since I was 15. That doesn't help me to save up to buy a full sized house or to even get a flat. That doesn't help my mom, my husband's mom, anyone in Russia get a house, because even if you work for 25 years non-stop, you still won't be able to afford a house. Just doing a simple job, I mean, not being some kind of star, some kind of politician or whatever, just being a scientist, for example. My mom's a scientist, and guess what? Working for over 25 years, she still doesn't have enough money to buy a house. Why? Is she a bad worker? Why? Is she a bad worker? Does she have a bad job? Tell me, Mr. Putin. I don't know. Do you? Anyway, so that is the typical tip number one. Work hard. Well, I'm kind of doubting that. Of course, you should work hard if you like your job. If you don't like your job, then... Oh, anyway, let's talk about jobs in a separate video. Working hard won't get you a house in a typical situation. Either you have to work hard for over 30 years, or you have to have a high-paid job, which allows you to, save a really big amount of money every month. So the second tip which the people in the videos offered was to have good credit history, good mortgage history. If you want to own a house, if you want to save up to buy a house, why do you need to take credit in the first place? Isn't credit like something which chokes you for the rest of your life? Even if you have credit or mortgage for 10 years, it still means that you have to go to work. You can't just wake up one morning and say, nah, I want to quit. I don't want to go to work anymore. Because the mortgage is like a gun to your head. Go to work, bitch. You have to get the money for me. If you don't... Anyway, I'm not a fan of credit or mortgage at all, as you can see. And I can rant on this for ages and ages about mortgage and credit. Anyway, this was tip number 2 in those videos. And by having a good credit or mortgage history, that means buying a car at 18 or buying a refrigerator when you're 19. That sounds weird. And the third tip that was in most of the videos, oh, this is just silly. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your dreams. You know, every morning I wake up thinking that I want a beautiful house. I would put my couch here, my beanbag chair here, my nursery somewhere else. I think about this almost every day, and how did that help me? I do have a job, my husband has a job, but the only thing that we can do at the moment is just stay afloat. The point of me ranting on right now is that all the people who put titles like house at 21, house at 19, buying your own house, saving up for a house, that's just bullshit. Who can actually save up to buy a house by this age? I mean, with money, not with mortgage or credit. If you know someone who actually saved money by 21 to buy their own house, not mortgage nor credit, then please send me a link, tell me. I would love to hear actual tips. Yeah, I would love to hear the tips. And just one more thing that I want to address in this video is the situation in Russia about buying a house or a flat. I live in Siberia, so I'm not going to talk about Moscow, I'm going to talk about Siberia. Here you can buy a flat maybe as big as my living room. I will show you. So the size of my living room, this type of flat will cost 1,300,000 rubles at the least. So this is like the cheapest type of, this is the cheapest you can get it, 1,300,000 rubles. And of course, the higher the price, the better quality of this small boxed, like a tiny apartment. Even if you save up, it's really hard having the typical salary which Russian people do tend to have. So how enough am I supposed to save for a house? I know a few people who have such a house, and all of those people, they earn like millions. So they're very rich people. They tend to have those townhouses, cottages and whatever. But none of my friends who are like just typical people, teachers, doctors, shop assistants, any typical job, no one has a house here. No one managed to buy a house like that without having credit or mortgage. Let me just tell you two stories. The first story is of my husband's family. They moved 2 years ago. They bought a house, so it's not big like the typical English American type of house, but it's not small. It's very alright. But they took a loan. Oh my god, I said credit throughout the whole video. I meant loan. I'm so sorry. They took loan. They took like a mortgage for 5 or 10 years, so quite a big sum of money. Anyway, the second story is about the place where I live in. So, ta-da! How come I'm living here? Basically, in the 90s, in the late 90s, my grandmother had to sell one house, 2 cars and a garage, and summing all that money up, we bought this apartment. It has 2 bedrooms, 1 living room, 1 bathroom and a kitchen. So it's only 56 square meters. It's not big at all. And now the ownership of this place is my mom's. So this belongs to my mom now. And since me and my husband, we started a family, we have a baby now, we couldn't manage to buy a flat of our own. We couldn't even rent a flat because renting is also quite expensive, but that's a different topic. And me and my mom got this kind of agreement. Basically, I get the ownership of this house eventually, and she takes a mortgage and buys another flat. But of course, every month we help her pay the mortgage. We like give her a sum of money depending on how much income we have, so the sum varies. And the moral of the story, let's just be honest, the capitalism system isn't working that great. People can't have houses, people can't have flats, and everything is revolving around money, around loans, mortgages right now in this world. And that's not good. That's not good. I can't stop ranting about that. Every time I talk to someone who starts this topic about housing, I just blow off. That was a quick rant from me. If you have any questions, I would love to answer them in the comment section, or maybe do a Q&A someday if I get any questions at all. Anyway, thank you for hearing me out. Signing off.